Hello, I'm Hingers, and welcome to Good Game Well Played, the ABC's only weekly esports show. Today on the show, we're going to delve into the current performance-enhancing drug scandal that is engulfing esports. But first, it's been a big week of news. Dota 2's The International 5 was held last week in Seattle, where over $18 million was handed out to beautiful MOBA nerds of all shapes and sizes. Unfortunately, TI5 was plagued by DDoS attacks and delays during the tournament, which frustrated viewers and meant that commentators had to stall while the pesky saboteurs were dealt with.
This game, though, I'm getting a little bit of animation lag here.
Yep, as we will be having ourselves a game pause.
The grand prize was taken home by North American team Evil Geniuses, who beat out Dark Horse's CDEC, the Chinese Dota elite community, 3-1 in the grand final to walk away with $6 million in prize money.
Evil Geniuses!
Congratulations to EG. And in local League of Legends news, this weekend Riot Games hosted the Oceanic Pro League final at Luna Park in Sydney. Local giants, the Chiefs, were coming into the grand final off a 26-game winning streak and faced off with Legacy Esports on Saturday night. Surprising absolutely no one, the Chiefs dominated the series 3-1 and will go on to compete in the International Wildcard Qualifier in Turkey later this year.
The Chiefs just too good.
Traditional sports have long been plagued by the scourge of performance-enhancing drugs. The high-pressure, cutthroat nature of elite competition means that athletes are constantly tempted against their better nature to do whatever it takes to win, even if it means throwing caution to the wind regarding fairness, the rules, and also the various long-term serious health effects of banned performance-enhancing drugs. And when I say traditional sports, I mean literally every traditional sport has had their own scandal. From the high-profile, elaborate blood doping of the Tour de France, right through to the Essendon Football Club supplement saga closer to home. Even lesser-known sports, like snooker and darts, have had their own doping scandals. Darts? Darts! A game so inactive, players have been known to get better at it as they drink. In 2006, darts professional Robbie Green was forced to return £4,000 of prize money from the UK Open after testing positive to the banned substance marijuana. Though there's probably an argument as to whether or not marijuana would be performance-enhancing in a sport that is primarily played in bars where lots of distracting snacks are available. So it was only a matter of time until the ruthless tendrils of performance-enhancing drugs and banned substances found their way into esports. There have always been largely unsubstantiated suggestions and rumours surrounding performance-enhancing drugs in esports, ranging from caffeine pills through to actual crystal methamphetamine. However, a recent high-profile interview has meant the community is once again talking about it, and tournaments have been forced to react. At the core of the accusations has been the psychostimulant drug Adderall. Now, Adderall is a combination amphetamine and dextroamphetamine that is used for the treatment of narcolepsy and ADHD. However, against the advice of health professionals, it has also been used recreationally as an aphrodisiac and to enhance concentration and focus. And to be clear, there are potential dangerous side effects associated with recreational use of the drug and overdoses, including cardiovascular complications, kidney failure, and cerebral hemorrhage, which is bleeding in the brain. Adderall is currently not available in Australia. Last month, Counter-Strike Global Offensive pro Corey Semphis Friesen, who currently plays for Nihilim, gave an interview at the Electronic Sports World Cup in Montreal. Semphis was at the ESWC in his role as coach of Team Counterlogic Gaming Red, who were competing and eventually won the Women's CSGO tournament. During the interview, Semphis had this to say.
I don't even care. We were all on Adderall. Like, I don't even give a like, it was pretty obvious, like, if you listen to the comms, like, I don't know, people can hate it or whatever.
The tournament Semphis is referring to there is ESL One Katowice, the world's largest CSGO event, which Semphis attended while playing with North American team Cloud9, who he was at the time signed to. The interviewer, Landers, is talking to Semphis about his strengths and frustrations as a shot caller in a team dynamic, and Semphis brings up the comms from ESL as an example of poor communication. To give his comments a bit of context, CSGO fans reacted poorly when they saw the POV VODs from Cloud9's performance at Katowice, because they seemed disorganized and hyperactive, and in some cases, fans blamed Semphis for the loss. Cloud9 dropped Semphis soon after ESL One, and this somewhat compounded his blame in the public narrative. So when Semphis says that Cloud9 are all on Adderall, he is motivated by defending his own role in the team's loss, something he explained when he appeared on Vulcan FS's Halftime, where he also said it was a limited occurrence.
How should I say this? If anyone was to do Adderall, it was only once. You know, like it wasn't like we were popping addies fucking everywhere, going just fucking downing bottles. Like I don't even like it. Like I really don't.
In turn, Cloud9 responded to these allegations when owner Jack Etienne released a statement to the Daily Dot saying, Cloud9 does not condone any of its players using illegal performance-enhancing drugs. Cloud9 players support efforts by ESL and other tournament operators and are willing to submit to drug tests to ensure competitive integrity of events. It doesn't end there, though, because now ESL themselves have announced that in partnership with the World Anti-Doping Agency and the local National Anti-Doping Agentur based in Germany, they will develop an anti-doping policy and will implement random testing for performance-enhancing drugs at ESL One Cologne later this month. However, some people in the community have concerns, as there are obviously some rightful medical uses for drugs like Adderall. And in an interview with PC Gamer, Managing Director of Pro Gaming at ESL, Mikhail Blichars, said, "We are currently consulting with NADA on how to handle it and to learn what the best practices are that we can apply to what we do. We certainly do not want to disqualify players who have legitimate medical conditions." These are the same kinds of issues that traditional sports have had to deal with in terms of verifying legitimacy and ensuring fairness throughout tournaments. It'll be interesting to see how it develops, and it's a story we'll continue to follow here at Well Played. Is this kind of thing happening locally? Let us know your thoughts on performance-enhancing drugs in esports and where you think the future of this lies. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iView, and be sure to tune in to Good Game on Tuesday night to see Hex and Barjo fight their way through King's Quest. You can also keep up to date with all the latest gaming news with Nick Boy on Pocket this week. Here on today's episode, he's playing Doom Upside Down in response to a viewer challenge.
Upside Down! Oh, Upside Down just sucks!
Until next week, GGWP, Hingers out!